everybody. Since from Duncan Cards Production here, I got a bit of quiet time right now in order to make myself a little video here. And this coming weekend, I've actually got a lot of quiet time, so there'll be a lot of videos coming all your guys' way. Unholy Flesh is one of the ones I'm going to be working on. Lonely Asylum, I got to figure that one out sometime soon. But anyways, since I had a little bit of quiet time here, I came up to this one. Also, GameShed.com, Scary Games, has a lot of good, awesome Flash player games. But I found this one, Mutant Uprising, new game. Your name is Rick, an unemployed 20-something who lives alone in a one-bedroom house. After a busy morning getting rejected for job interviews, you sit down to watch the news. The newscaster is speaking in a panicked tone, which you think is quite unprofessional. Your eyes widen as you hear what he is saying. There has been some kind of disease outbreak. People are mutating in horrible ways and killing anyone who hasn't been infected. Your brows tighten, and you realize this could be the apocalypse. Well, that kind of sucks. Suddenly, there's a loud knocking at the door. You almost jump out of your skin. Your heart is pounding, but fortunately, you haven't crapped yourself yet. Awesome language in this game. I'm loving it already. The knocking continues loudly and insanely. What do you do? Okay, so, watch TV, go upstairs and look down to see who's knocking on the door. Fling the door open and greet whoever it is with a warm welcome. Open the door cautiously on a chain. I'm gonna go upstairs and see who's knocking on the door. You look down onto your doorstep from upstairs bedroom and see Mrs. Miggs, your elderly next-door neighbor. She's beating on the front door with both fists, seeming to try to break her way in. You're confused as to why she is acting this way until you notice there's some kind of yellow goo dripping from her mouth. She's clearly one of the infected people that the TV report was talking about. Let's go to the kitchen and find something to deal with her. You run into the kitchen and realize this possibly wasn't the best idea in the world. The only way out is back the way you came, and Miss Miggins is already standing in the doorway. The first thing I would personally do is pick up the kitchen knife and cut that bitch's head off. You pick up the knife with a long, sharp blade. Miss Miggs moves towards you and lets out a husky growl. Carefully avoiding the acidic bile spewing from her mouth, you lash out at her neck and land a mighty blow. A large gash appears in her throat, and she falls to the floor. You run over her fallen body and start hacking at her throat like a man possessed. You scream, "Die, die, die!" as the blood squirts all over the kitchen and slushes across her face. Eventually, you gain control of your senses. Miss Miggs' decapitated head lying on the floor. You drop the knife in horror. You didn't realize you were capable of such brutality. Still shaking, you decide to get the hell out of your house. Brutality. Cool, I didn't die. You head out of your house, only pausing to pick up rucksack from your shed. Rucksack. You have a feeling it will come in handy. You need to find somewhere to hide out. Where do you go? Heading into an open courtyard isn't really the best idea for an infected area. Head into town central. I'm sorry, I got like a cold going on here. It's like spring and I got a cold going. You enter the town central. And are terrified by what you see. Mutants are everywhere, and they are killing people left, right, and center. If that's supposed to be center, they spelled it wrong. Hideous freaks, worse than in any horror movie you have ever seen, are literally tearing people apart and eating the goo that comes out. If you don't act quickly, you will join the long list of victims. Hide in a pile of bin bags. Try to sneak by carnage without being noticed. Panic and start running like a muppet. Go to the pub. Drinking is fun. I'm gonna go to the pub. You give a shrug and figure that if the world was coming to an end, you might as well have a drink. You head into the nearest pub and surprised to find it completely empty. Make sure all the entryways are barred shut. You proceed to drink yourself into a stupor. When you wake up later that night, everything is quiet. You realize you can't stay in the pub much as you would like to. There might be plenty of drink, but this one of the few pubs left that doesn't serve food. Okay, so you have to go get food now. You wait until nightfall. Why would you wait until nightfall before leaving your hiding place? An eerie silence has fallen upon the town. More importantly, you're hungry. I'm hungry too. As you head back into town center, your empty stomach lurches at the sight you come across. The main street is strewn with bodies. None of them appear to be moving. Trying not to step on anything. Take the long road around, avoiding the bodies altogether. Run through the bodies as fast as I'm going to go personally as a person who plays lots of zombie games. It's either you're going to take that weapon and stab every head you come across, or you're going to take the long way around no matter how hungry you are. I'm going to take the long way around. It takes you a little longer, but you're not going to risk your life unnecessarily. I am smart. You are hungry, so you decide to go to the supermarket to get some grub. As you approach, you see the lights are still on and there are several people inside. Just as you enter, however, you realize that every single one of them is a mutant. Grab a shopping trolley. Get a shopping bag. Pretend to be a mutant. You have a sudden urge to go to the toilet. Not really the best of choices, but if I had to, I'm going to take that shopping trolley and beat the fuck out of them with it. Shopping trolley provides a useful weapon as you use it to barge mutants out of the way to get through to the food. You see a stack of baked beans on special offer and charge straight at it. Several cans fall onto the trolley. Happy with your spoils of war, you head straight out of the supermarket and start transferring as many cans as you can into your backpack. Awesome! I am awesome. Tell me I'm awesome. The mutants from the supermarket have seen you leave and are giving chase. You run as fast as you can. Where do you go to get away? Head to the town center. Drop to your knees and scream, "Why can't we all get along?" Take a trolley. Run up a slope. Then push it back down towards the mutants. Take a trolley. Jump into it and head down a slope. I'm going to try to go up the slope. Although that seems like a very terrible idea. But if I'm going to get anywhere, I'm going to go run up the slope and throw that thing back down at them. It works surprisingly well. You imagine the sound of skittles scattering as the trolley knocks the mutants down. Your actions gave you enough time to get away. It's either I'm really getting lucky or I'm really smart at this. I'm going to go with I'm really smart at this. Need somewhere safe to hide. You decide the police station may be the best bet. No. After all, there will probably be some weapons inside. No! Police station's bad. You reach the station and pause. What is the best way in? Not going in my personal opinion. Burst through the front door. Knock on the front door and say, "Let me in, I'm not a mutant." Sneak in through the back. Okay. Let's think about this here. Possible people, possible weapons, a police station. A lot of people are going to go to the police station, which means there's mutants everywhere. And if you're trying not to alert mutants, you might as well sneak through the back. As you sneak through the back entrance, you disturbed a sack of papers that slide onto the floor. You curse your clumsiness and almost crap yourself as a gun is pointed square at your head. It is a police chief whose nerves are clearly shot. "Who the hell are you? You're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them!" he cries. Strip off to show you are not a mutant. Try to talk him down. Try to overpower him. Offer to make him some coffee. Coffee? Really? You give me a bunch of decisions and you give me that one. Okay, somebody who's... I'll try talking him down. That seems like the best logical thing for me. You try to appeal him to calm down, pointing out that you might be ugly, but you're not certainly a mutant. Your appeals for claim seem to have the opposite effect. The police chief clenches his head and Starts to cry. I can't take it anymore, he screams. These damn mutants, they're going to get me sooner or later, I know it. He leaps over to the window and yells, come on, you bastards, come and get me. The mutants hear his cry. The police chief tosses you a gun and starts shooting. He expects you to take part in his last stand. The mutants have launched an all-out assault on the police station. There are several dozen of them out there, and more appear to be joining every moment. The police chief is screaming. Opposite as the wave of enemies get closer and closer. I just got a text message. Hold your position, keep firing. Leave the police chief to it. Tell the police chief that they have to get out of there. Head to the roof and pick them off from there. Okay, now, another thing with zombies. These aren't zombies, but they're pretty damn close enough. They're gonna eat you anyways. The roof is probably the number one worst place you could probably go in any kind of zombie apocalypse. It's good for you until you run out of food and water and ammunition. So I am not gonna go anywhere near a roof. I'm gonna try to convince the police officer that they need to get out of there, because I'm not gonna waste a single bullet on these guys. You plead with the insane chief, telling him there's no way he could beat them all. He's too far gone and seems unable to hear. Sadly, you leave him to his fate. Kindness. I get kindness from that. Okay. Let's go with that. You fight your way through the remaining mutants out the back of the police station. There were far fewer mutants back here, but you still do not have enough bullets for them all. See what I tell you. 2 mutants remain. Their tongues are almost as long as the rest of their body and seem to be oozing a deadly poison. Throw an empty gun at them. Back away slowly. Throw a can of beans. No. I want the beans. Back away slowly, because there's nothing else you can really do. I'm not throwing an unloaded weapon at them. That's not going to do anything. With nothing to defend yourself, it seems that you are totally screwed. You back away slowly from the 2 mutants as they advance. Suddenly, you trip and fall down an open manhole right behind you. Okay, you fall down an manhole. There's no many splashes. You hit the foul-smelling sewer water. You are dripping with disgusting liquid, and you don't even want to consider what sort of illness you could pick up from being in here. On the plus side, it seems there are no mutants down here. Okay. Mutants not there. I like it. Move along the sewer. You finally find another manhole, and you reckon it's far enough away from the mutants to be safe. You emerge to find yourself near the outskirts of town. There are no mutants around. After going a few steps, you realize that you absolutely stink! You fucking smell, you asshole! This is not good, because the stench will soon attract a curious mutant. You need to wash and get a change of clothes. Go into the nearest house and use the shower. Take a dip in an indoor swimming pool. You take a dip in an open-air swimming pool. An open-air What? An open-air swimming pool? Okay. I'm gonna go into a house, because not only are there clothes there, there might be food there too. You carefully pick a home that appears to have no activity inside. The shower is nice, hot, and refreshing. Okay. There's actually, I can't make an assumption that there's no power. You even managed to find a new set of clothes that fit you. Score. Who's the bright guy? This guy. You go to a small town shopping district and wonder what your next move should be. Go into an amusement arcade and play video games. Go to the news agents. Sit on a bench. What should should I do? I mean, like, seriously. Go into an amusement arcade and play video games. Make noise so that, you know, every mutant in the area can hear you. Go to the news agents or sit on a bench. Sit on a bench because, you know what? I'm going to take a break. You kick back and relax on a bench, wondering how you can adapt to this new mutant-infested world. You reckon you're doing pretty well so far. Then in a distance you notice someone coming your way. You play it safe and move on, just in case it turns out to be a mutant. At least he's smart. As you walk along the street, you come across a smashed-up pet shop. There doesn't appear to be any pets left inside, at least not leaving all except for one small animal standing on the pavement, a gerbil. It appears to be staring at you, and it's making you slightly nervous. I am not feeding it beans. Those beans are mine. Okay, I have a gerbil. That gerbil don't hold still for nothing, and the moment you walk up to it, it fucking runs away. So I'm gonna try to step on it. You bring your foot down hard and appear to crush the evil gerbil. Then you feel something furry making its way up your leg. Terrified, you try to smack it but miss. It climbs all the way up your torso leg and burrows into your anus, your arse. You scream as it begins to devour you from the inside out. How the fuck do you miss that? Okay, well. Well, actually, I rather enjoyed this game. That was a lot of fun. You died. That was a lot of fun. Mutant Uprising, Gameshed.com. It's in the scary games section. I really recommend playing this. That was, especially if you like text-based games like that one, I really do suggest playing that one. That was a lot of fun. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Try communicating with some person, but only silence greets you back. Poke person in